What's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is Griever back here, bringing you guys the latest behind-the-bar reviews for Chapter 187 of Yona of the Dawn, also known as Akatsuki no Yona. New volume featured. I ended up getting volume 20 recently, so that's pretty cool. Expanding my collection a little bit, right? Either way, why don't we talk about this chapter? Because, you know, a lot of people haven't been liking the direction about the whole, the starting of this new arc, this transitional arc, but this arc nonetheless, ever since the Alliance started. And I've had my doubts, but most chapters have been solid, have been good, and I've enjoyed them. Not this one. No, I was it because of the shortness or the jumping aroundness or something? I don't really know, but did you guys like the chapter? First and foremost, did you like the chapter? So I didn't. And I didn't like the chapter for one simple reason. Yona's character, her choice, her attitude at the end of the chapter really broke for me. It really broke character. We've seen that she's been going along with this stuff, you know, and she's been, been fighting it where she can, but she knows, all right, it's not time to, even Hawk, this chapter says, right now, yes, do I want to do that? But let's not cause waves. Let's not make trouble. Let's just go at our own pace. We'll toe the line, but, and if things get dicey, we'll take off. We're not having that shit. And I'm like, okay, Hawk is not, nobody's being too complacent. But they're kind of like, let's just see where this goes. This is all part of a plan sort of idea. Let's just wait it out and see if this can work. It's clearly not working. And her attitude towards it is absolutely ridiculous. Basically, she knows she's being held captive. She's not allowed to see the dragons, and they are being held captive. And she's, by the sounds of it, never going to be able to see Hawk or Yona. She's going to have contact with all the three people. She knows it. Jae-ha comes to save her, and she's like, where did my strong-willed princess go? They literally threatened not only to keep them all captive pretty much until whenever, random indefinite time, but basically threatened that if she ever basically was seen speaking to Hawk, they're going to execute him. This is not the strong-willed princess. This is, once again, going back to Volume 1 princess, who couldn't handle things. This is not the princess of almost 200 chapters of strength that went through the whole the drug thing in the water tribe and the whole fire tribe thing and saving people and became a pirate and all that. This is not the same girl. This is not the same girl who escaped from her shackles in the war recently and all this stuff. This is not that princess, and that's a problem for me. That's a problem because this chapter goes along pretty good, except right off the bat, apparently they were going to be allowed to meet the dragons. Things have calmed down. It's like, okay, we can all go see Yona. And the dragon, Shin-ha is basically going, and they're saying, no, you can't meet with her, she's feeling unwell. And Shin-ha basically goes right in the servant's face and basically goes, you don't understand. If Yona's not feeling well, then we should go. And even if she wasn't feeling well, there's no way she wouldn't want us there. So I'm going to go see Yona now. You can try to stop me. And once again, this is where I don't get the complacency of the dragons. They are not. No one's going to hold arrows to your guys' heads at this point. It would just create an uproar. And if Yona ever found out, and you know she would, she's going to cause waves, and all of a sudden everything that kye-sook and this alliance and everything would go downhill. So you know they aren't allowed to harm the dragons. So Shin-ha is basically like, I will. I had a feeling like he will use his power. He's going to go see Yona right now. I'm like, what? Why is... That's my problem here, is that now Jae-ha's plan is pretty good, but since this has changed, but that's my problem with it, right? Is that it's like you're not going to keep the dragons from Yona for very long. How long do they think they can keep this up? If the dragons don't get to see Yona in, I'm talking the next couple of days, they're going to know something is up. And they're just going to break out and take her and leave. Which is what Hawk and Jae-ha actually discuss in this very chapter. If things get dicey, and Jae-ha's going to know something weird is up. because of the end of the chapter and the way Yona acted. He's going to know something's wrong, something's up. And remember, they all have that thing. Jae-ha's whole character thing is that he pretends on the outside, but he goes, this feeling like, I'm really close to like losing my shit. He even brings it up this chapter. So, yeah, like, it just doesn't make sense. The first part makes sense, that the dragons, like, Shinna's attitude is like, we're going to go see Yona one way or another. Try to stop us. Good luck. And I'm like, alright, I like this attitude. Then we go over and we see Hawk and stuff, right? First we go see Yona. And Yona is discussing this whole thing. He's like, what do you mean I can't meet the dragons? What do you mean I can't see Hawk? What do you mean this? Jodo, explain this shit to me. And she's like, you have publicly humiliated me by making me sit in the queen consort seat. You've embarrassed me. This alliance is simply meant to humiliate me. You've dressed me in drag. I'm not allowed to see my people anymore. Show some sincerity. And we have the strong princess in the first scene basically say, fine, then take me to soo-won. Because we got shit to discuss. Is the way I took her attitude. She's like, well then, if I can't talk to them, I'm talking to soo-won directly, because I ain't having this, right? So, we get that. They go into the study. They study a massive amount of books and stuff. It's soo-won's office, his study. It's pretty cool. It's a library. He's got a bunch of disorganized mess there, right? Or an organized mess, whichever way you want to look at it. Min-soo and her go looking. They find him asleep and stuff. And they mention something about like, oh, well, I gave him a heavy, narcotic and stuff. He'd probably fell asleep waiting for you. It's a rare sight, blah, 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 sort of idea. Not a narcotic, but a medicine or whatever, and a thing to help him sleep and help with this. And this is where Yona brings up the fact, like, he's got an illness. What about his mother and stuff? She remembers, like, is she actually deceased or what happened? She has headaches and stuff. What's going on? And Min-soo's like, stop, princess. Stop asking questions. Basically, almost attacks her, like, jumps at her and says, if you say anything more, we can't protect you. Like, nobody's supposed to know about this. Imagine if this got out. The enemies who was like Hawk, who's public enemy number one. But if the nations of other kingdoms knew that the king was sick, the king was fatal, if anybody outside, like the royal court, right, basically like all of 5 people, as Min-soo explains, knew that the king was ill, fatally so, this would cause massive panic, uproars, coup de grace, there's just too much at stake. So he basically says, given all this, your life, you aren't supposed to know, and usually the penalty for finding this out is death. It's like, a little extreme, but okay. But they're basically like, because you're you, your life has been spared. Same with the dragons. But once again, here's the problem with the chapter that I have. If that's the case, if they can't kill the dragons, and they can't kill Yona, what does it matter if the dragons meet with Yona? So if the dragons find out about the illness, they won't kill them. If Yona doesn't even tell them about the illness, they can't kill them. If Yona does tell them about the illness, they still can't kill any of these 5 people. That's what has stated. So I don't get why they wouldn't let her meet with the dragons. It doesn't make any sense. All you're going to do is cause unrest in Yona, and you're going to cause unease in the dragons, and if you piss off, they just showed the 2 strongest generals, Mundok's not there, but if you showed the 2 strongest active generals in all of the kingdom trying to hold toe-to-toe with 2 of the dragons and start to piss them off, what do they think is going to happen? This is bothering me a little bit. Like, overall, the chapter was leading up to good things. This was all fine, except for that one thing. That thing, and then, of course, the ending part, was the inconsistency there. They won't let them meet with the dragons, but they won't kill them regardless what they find out. That's what I took away. Did I take away the wrong thing, guys? Let me know. Let me know in the comment section down below. I don't want dislikes and hate for that part of the video if I'm just full of crap. I just want you guys to let me know where I went wrong with that. Did I read the wrong words? Did I miss a not or a do or a don't or something? But that's the way I read it. So there is that. Then after that, what else did we get? So then basically explains that nobody can know, but if Hawk or someone else find out, they would be in danger, sort of idea. This is where Yona basically goes back to her room, and she's just kind of distraught, and she's like, I can't feel my legs, I can't stand up. So he is fatally ill, so he is going to die. How long? Near future? Long-term future? She has no idea. Now, in between this, we get the fact that, And here's the problem, is that before they actually go to the library with soo-won, or the study, she basically says, I'm not allowed to see my close friends, my companions. I will not accept that. Her resolve is strong, and 5 minutes later, it's all gone. That's a problem. Anyways, that transitions into the Hawk scene. Hawk is working as a foot soldier. Jae-ha did escape for a while in sort of civilian clothing. They have a conversation, and they talk the real talk. Jae-ha's like, yeah, they're not letting us see her. They're not letting you see her. Yeah, so if shit's going south, he goes, well, we're breaking her out right now. We're going to go see her. Do you want to come? Like, let's go. And he's like, no, like, you guys going to see her, that'll just be a slap on the wrist. I go to see her, that'll cause big waves. We don't need that right now. If we need to create big waves because things get out of hand, yes, we'll do it. I'll take the princess and you guys, and we're getting the hell out of Dodge. But it hasn't come to that yet, so I'm going to play the good boy right now, right? And that's basically what he tells Jae-ha. He tells Jae-ha which room she's in and blah, blah, blah. And this is a good plan. This I can agree with. Hawk's attitude here is good. He's like, okay, I'm not going to be the catalyst for this. They have to basically cast the first stone, and I will retaliate. That's as far as I'm going. So for right now, he's towing the line. Jae-ha and them, they're kind of like, forget it, we'll do it. And I'm like, okay, this all makes sense. Then Jae-ha, and then we jump back to the scene. I skipped that scene in between. Then we jump back here. And Jae-ha appears and he goes, hey, what do you mean your legs don't work? What does that matter? Didn't I tell you I would always be your legs? And she's like, Jae-ha! He's like, well, you're not sick. He goes, what? No, I'm fine. They're like, oh, well, it's good to see you, Yona, my dear. Come on, let's go. Hawk's waiting. So he wasn't going to just take her to the dragons. He's like, no. You and Hawk need to see each other. He goes, look, it's raining outside. The sound will block all of my travel and stuff. We'll be able to go. You can see Hawk for a little while. I'll bring you right back. Don't worry about it, right? And she's like, oh, really? I get to see Hawk again? Blah, blah, blah. And she's so excited. And then we get min-soo's words in her mind again saying, I beg of you, princess. And then this is where her attitude, 180 flips and goes, no, I can't go with you. And the attitude here, no, I'm feeling unwell. I don't want to. She lies to Jae-ha. She lies to him and says, please leave. I don't want to see him and stuff. And Jae-ha is not buying this for a goddamn second. We know it. He's like, please leave, blah, 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 blah. And he's like, something's up. Like, this Yona, first off, out of Yona's character, especially with the resolve. Like, I'm going to soo-won right now. I'm going to talk to him. I'm going to get myself to see my goddamn dragons. Those are my dragons. I want to see them. And now she's like, no. Because you're going to execute them. Like, no, you're not. If you try to execute the Thunder Beast, first off, good goddamn luck. Second off, there's no way they could execute the Thunder Beast. They would lose Yona and the 4 dragons. Civil War. The dragons have said time and time again, the most badass moments in this series have been basically going, like Hawk, basically going, you took my dragons from me, my friends, my companions. I'm going to slaughter this entire tribe of people right now. I'm going to destroy this entire kingdom by myself until you give me back my friends. And it's scary when Hawk gets like that. It's actually scary. It's well drawn, it's well thought out, it's well done. And same with the dragons and Hawk when Yona was kidnapped. He goes, you don't understand, we will destroy an entire kingdom in overnight if you don't give us our princess back right now. And you believe them. It's terrifying. Their power. And Zeno even brings that up. Zeno's like, yeah, no. Like, Zeno even brought it up when he was being serious for one time. He goes, okay, he collected the 4 dragons, so do you want the kingdom? I mean, for us, for the power of the 4 dragons, if we actually tried, we can take this kingdom. Like, it's no problem. That is Zeno's, and remember, Zeno is the original dragon. He's gone through generations. He's 2,000 odd years old. Man knows what he's talking about. So at this point, I'm sitting back just looking like how is this attitude any good? Like, if she just stopped to think for a minute, and why lie to Jae-ha? Why didn't she just confide in him? Like, I could see if Yona couldn't take it, couldn't figure it out, and just started crying or something. Okay, she's still just, how old is she now? A 16, 17-year-old girl? Her breaking down and stuff, under the pressure and stuff. That makes sense. You can still have those moments. You can't be fearless and brave 24/7, 365. I get that. But this attitude towards Jae-ha is so out of character, and her whole scared of, oh, if they find out about the illness, they're going to kill him. No, they're not. And the retaliation for them attempting this, then this alliance is a facade from the get-go, and they're going to break you out of here anyways. If you never see them, what do you think, Yona? What do you think this is going to mean? It's like, you want to see Hawk, but you won't go see Hawk, even though Jae-ha came to get you to go see Hawk. And, I understand that potentially this is like a whole, well, you don't understand, like, she's so afraid for his life, like, she doesn't want to risk that and stuff. Yeah, but the attitude towards Jae-ha, I think, was the worst part that bothered me. That she blatantly lied to him. Like, that was the problem that I really had. But my other problem was that this is not the same princess that her resolve has always been, Hawk can't be killed by anyone. She basically looked, Hawk went off to war, leading the charge. She was like, Hawk will be fine. But she's worried that with the 4 dragons and herself and everybody right there, that Hawk is somehow going to be murdered by who? Who? Who in this kingdom can actually take on Hawk? What is she afraid of? Like, I don't get it. If they try to kill him, he's just going to grab his friggin' weapon. He's going to be like Doom laser sort of idea. Scare off everyone that a demon has attacked, just like he did back in the war, not that long ago. Everyone's going to run for their lives. The dragons are going to figure it out. They're going to get pissed, and they're going to take Yona and leave, as Hawk said this very chapter. I'm just going in circles now. Either way, I really didn't like this chapter. I didn't like the direction and the way Yona was portrayed, for being headstrong and basically being fed up with this shit, to going literally to finding out what she already knew and being like, oh, Hawk's in danger of being executed. The moment you signed the alliance, Hawk was in danger of being executed. Like, she's not doing mental math for everything that's added up so far. And even if they might threaten to kill Hawk, there's no way they would actually ever go through with it, because they know that if anybody ever found out, if the dragons found out, they would tear the kingdom apart. Like, she's got to use her head. Like, I just don't like this. And Yona is smarter than this. We've seen her character development. Great MC character development for Yona throughout this whole series. But in this arc, we have had some inconsistencies here. And this is a big one. This is probably the biggest one. This is probably the chapter that I've had the biggest problem with in a very long time. Definitely the first one I've had a big problem with in this arc. Maybe it's been a couple of arcs since I've had a problem this big with Yona. So, I don't know. It might seem like a nitpick to you guys, but what do you think? Let me know down in the comment section down below. Always appreciate it, to hear your likes, comments, and don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to join the Discord. It's in the box down below. And this has been Griever with your Behind the Bar reviews for Chapter 187 of Akatsuki no Yona. Please don't give me too much hate, guys. It's just my thoughts. I'm going to call a spade a spade. I still love the series. I'm looking forward to Chapter 188. I don't like what they did here. I hope 188 and 189 can make up for it. That's all I'm saying. So, cheers to, a happy new year for Yona, and we'll see you back here next time.